Lots of videos from China looked scary in those early days. I think that was a kind of psyop, a psychological operation against the world, really. Fear of the virus, and then fear of those who were not afraid of the virus. Remember this?
If you don't want to get vaccinated, that's your choice. But don't think you can get on a plane or a train beside vaccinated people.
And now is the time for people who are still resistant to getting vaccinated to realize that that choice, which has consequences on putting our kids at risk, which has consequences at having us risk more lockdowns because they haven't chosen to get vaccinated yet, that there will be consequences for those people in not being able to go to a gym or a restaurant, not being able to go to a movie theater, not being able to get on a train or a plane. I want to stand up for the choice of those who are there for their neighbors, not those who are risking us all going into further lockdowns, of slowing our economic recovery. Trying to bring people together is not always compatible with science, with respect for human rights, with the best way to move things forward.
Fear is what manipulated us. Fear is what made us put on masks, which is unnatural. Fear is what made us agree to close our businesses and schools and churches, even lock out our own families, even shut down weddings and funerals. It was fear. First fear of the disease, and then fear of what the government would do to us if we didn't comply. They manipulated us. That's not a controversial thing to say now that so much of the truth has come out. I'll just give you one small example. Here's the British health minister at the time, Matt Hancock. His WhatsApp messages were leaked to the press. Matt Hancock wanted to frighten everyone into following COVID rules. Now, this is an article from the Guardian newspaper. Latest batch of WhatsApp messages revealed discussions over when to deploy details of new strain. Let me read a little bit. This is a crazy story. Matt Hancock told aides he wanted to frighten the pants off everyone to ensure compliance with COVID-19 restrictions, according to the latest batch of leaked messages, which revealed discussions over when to deploy details of a new strain. The WhatsApp exchanges suggest the then health secretary and others discussed how to use an announcement about the Kent variant of the virus to scare the public into changing their behavior. The messages, published in the Sunday Telegraph, show that Cabinet Secretary Simon Case suggested in January 2021 that the fear factor would be vital in stopping the spread of the virus. It goes on. And it worked. But it's not working anymore, obviously. I mean, it worked for nearly 3 years. Give it credit. It worked. I saw this tweet from Mark Garneau, the former Liberal, just 2 days ago, and it seemed like it was from an earlier era. He literally got a booster shot this week. Who does that? How out of fashion he is. That's so 2022. Doesn't he know the new scare isn't COVID? People don't get scared of that anymore. There's a new fear campaign that's dropping. Here, let me show you how scary it is. And of course, it's from the United Nations. You know, the World Health Organization is an agency of the UN. It did a great job. Now it's the Climate Agency of the United Nations. Here, take a listen to the Secretary General.
The era of global warming has ended. The era of global boiling has arrived. The air is unbreathable. The heat is unbearable. And the level of fossil fuel profits and climate inaction is unacceptable. According to the data released today, July has already seen the hottest 3-week period ever recorded, the 3 hottest days on record, and the highest ever ocean temperatures for this time of year. The consequences are clear and they are tragic. Children swept away by monsoon rains, families running from the flames, workers collapsing in scorching heat. Leaders must lead. No more hesitancy, no more excuses, no more waiting for the others to move first. There is simply no more time for that.
The earth is unbreathable? Really? Fossil fuel profits are unacceptable? Really? Families are running from flames because of global warming. Global boiling. There's no hesitancy, no waiting for others. We've got to act, eh? You know that China is by far the largest emitter of greenhouse gases in the world, right? I mean, by far. Is he talking about China? You know that guy, António Guterres. He's the Secretary General of the UN. He only flies in private jets. He doesn't fly commercial. Is he going to stop, or is he hesitating? How about the United Nations? You know, they love to meet in New York and Geneva and Berlin and the world's most amazing cities. Are they going to stop traveling and switch to Zoom like you and I would? I'm kidding. Of course not. But the big boss laid out the fear agenda, and so it's being repeated now like a new script. For a while there, the script was Build Back Better. Remember that? That all of a sudden Justin Trudeau and Joe Biden and every leader around the world was using that same phrase. Remember that campaign?